Hello everyone, this is Jen Morgano from Card and Mum by Jen Morgano. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from New York, Long Island specifically. Today we're going to make this masculine card of encouragement. Let someone know how much you appreciate them. So, you can see this. We're going to use a 3D embossing folder, timber. We're going to rough up the edges a little bit and do some background stamping. So to start, let's do that stamping. Our card base is going to be Mossy Meadow. And it's 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score it at 5 1/2. And we are using the Campology stamp set today. So you see you have some camp, oh how aptly named, some camp images. We're going to be using this background tree stamp, our lantern, and You Brighten My Path. So we'll start by inking up our tree in Mossy Meadow. It's just going to kind of be color on color. And just kind of stamp on the paper. Now, if you don't want to stamp onto the back of your card, you can just put some copy paper or something right here. I always like to kind of stamp off just to give some different texture or some different shades, I guess is the right word. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're just kind of filling in the space. That one would like a little bit darker. Okay, perfect. Okay, so you have that. Then we're going to take a scrap of Very Vanilla, and we're going to stamp both our lantern and our sentiment in Early Espresso. Looks good. Go this way. Okay. You kind of don't have to worry about if they're straight or not. We're going to be cutting them out using our deckled rectangles. Okay, so here are our deckled rectangles. We're going to be using the smallest two to cut these shapes out. Okay. So let me bring up my Stampin' Cut machine. And we're also going to be using this to emboss, but let's do the cutting first. Okay, so we have our platform, our second plate, number 2, our base plate here. Put these on. I think it might be time to switch my plates around. They're getting pretty bowed. Been making a lot of cards lately. I also have my machine backwards, which is odd, but it goes both ways. So we have our lantern image, and yes, I didn't think that cut out all the way as I was doing things backwards. That's what I try to get to sneak it through. So the pressure wasn't all the way, and I didn't cut out the corner, so I'm just going to pop that in again. Line that up, shoot it through. So I have those two. While I have my machine here, I'm going to take off the second and third plate because we are going to be using this folder. It's the Timber 3D. It's nice wood grain. And the sandwich for that is simply your base plate platform here and your specialty plate, which is the gray one, number 4. You're going to take a piece of Early Espresso cardstock, and it's 4 by 3 3/4. Line it up in that folder and run it through. Ah. Sorry for the chaos. Knocking stuff down. Okay, so now that we're done with the embossing, you can see it has a nice texture to it. Now I want to rough it up. So how am I going to rough it up? There's a few different ways you can do it. You can take your bone folder, kind of rub it along here. Or another method I like is kind of keeping your scissors open like this. Oh, I have to clean those. Keeping your scissors open like this and kind of rubbing it through, or dragging your paper through. And depending on how much you press, you'll get these little rips, but we're going for that distressed look. I just tried this for the first time probably about a year ago. I also tried the crumbling of the paper. I don't know if you've ever done that. Maybe I'll do a card like that coming up. But yeah, it took a lot for me to crumple paper, but it's so pretty. Why would I do that? Okay, and you'll see on the sample I showed you, we have a little bit of a glow in that lantern. And to do that, we're going to take our crushed curry, compress the top so it deposits some ink in the top of it. And I just took a blender pen and kind of doodled to get a softer color, get some of the ink off, and then just fill that in. Easy, right? And of course, because we want a nice little glow, I'm going to use my Wink of Stella to add a little sparkle. See that? Okay, so now we just have to assemble. Pretty easy. We'll start by putting our sentiment and lantern image on our timber. I use liquid glue. Okay, just kind of center of the piece and to the right, and then we're going to take our lantern, kind of make a sideways T, and then we're just going to use some dimensionals on the back of this. I cut my nails last week, and let me tell you, crafting's never been harder. Daily life has been much easier, but crafting has been harder. Okay, and you just plop that in the center. There you go. You have your little rustic masculine, hey, you brighten my path card. Thanks for watching today. If you like what you see, please subscribe below. I'll also put a link to my blog, cardandmom.com, where you can find more specifics on how to do this card, as well as some links to the products I used. Thank you.